Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 of season 2 of Where's That Bark Heart? I'm one of your hosts, Nick Dury, alongside
Daryl Purvis,
Monty Scott.
That seemed like more of a question, which I still loved. We're very excited for today's guest. Today's guest is a comedian from the States. He opens up for Jim Jeffries frequently. He's also one of the co-hosts of the Merman podcast, which is our brother podcast, I suppose, on Comedy Records, on the Comedy Records podcast network. It's Forrest Shaw is our guest today, and we're very excited to have Forrest on.
Forrest, great guys. Forrest is a great guy.
I've never met him. To be honest, I don't know a lot about him. I've spent the day watching his stand-up, and very funny. So I think anybody listening is going to really enjoy him. Also an avid golfer, I think. And I was just watching him on NBC's On Tour, On Course, which is a show where they interview comedians playing golf.
Oh,
Which, I don't know what the hell's going on at NBC stealing our jam here. But
should I go into the building and start spin kicking or what?
No, you know what? Let's start with our lawyers, and then we go to we've talked about this, Monty. Always start with the lawyers, then spin kick.
I guess it's good. Every time I see an office, I always feel like, what would happen if somebody came in there rabid and just started throwing punches? You know what I mean? Like, they don't even have a pillowcase to put on his head, or how would they deal with it?
I love the sanctity of the indoor office. Like, that's what you're concerned about. Not, you could just go outside and spin kick all you want, but you want to go in a place of business.
He likes a tight spot. He likes to be spin kicking in a tight spot.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I got a different business. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, listen, I don't know if did you just kick an actuary out the cubicle? I'm like, yeah, I did.
He's really got it in for underwriters, that one.
Yeah, why is he going? Well, insurance, they always seem kind of tranquil, the offices, you know?
Sure, yeah.
I would like to see Monty come out of the ceiling. That episode where he said he used to have his lunch in the drop ceiling. I'd like to see him coming out spin kicking.
Oh, well, you should come out, like, first of all, belly flop, like right on, like just right on him, and then now I'm on you. You know what I mean? I'll whisper that to them.
Jump up right into a spin kick.
So golf. Monty said beforehand he's got a plan for a backswing next year. We want to hear about it.
I found out, or I don't know, I found out, it seems reasonable. You just got to bend your wrists. So I didn't know, because I just keep them like this, you know?
Yeah, right.
But now I'm just like, well, maybe I could just add the wrist.
Yeah, well, you do have a baseball swing. We've talked about this before. You have a classic baseball swing for a golf swing.
Yeah.
But it works because you're so consistently just straight down the middle with your drives. It's infuriating because it's the worst thing I've ever seen on a golf course, and yet so consistent.
Well, I take the wrist out of it, but I was like, maybe I could let my wrists, you know, who knows? But I'm scared of my wrists. I'm scared of my own wrists.
Where did you learn this at?
I think I was watching a video of a woman swinging. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if it's Instagram. They send me a lot of this. It's like, you want to see this girl swing? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. You know, she added a lot more wrists in that goddamn thing. I'm also going to wear.
When you said a video of a woman swinging, I didn't think golf for even a second.
No. I was like third on the list for me.
Yeah, well, but also she was using her wrists. Wrists were loosey goosey, you know.
Again, still doesn't clear up.
Yeah.
But I'm also wearing tighter pants.
Is that right?
This year, yeah, way tighter.
Why is that?
That's what the girls swinging are using. Her swing was great, and I was like, "Why don't I?" You know,
are we gonna have to buy you golf appropriate spandex for Christmas this year?
Monty takes the weirdest things from golf lessons.
Wrists and spandex.
Many times for various lessons, the instructor will grab me by the face and stare me straight in the eyes and say, "This." They try to communicate to me like this. They're like, "Please focus on this." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
All right. Well, on that note, we're excited to see Monty's new golf swing in 2023.
Yeah, maybe not the pants, but I'm looking forward to the backswing.
Hot swing, hot pink pants.
Can you imagine Monty wearing like tight pants tucked in?
Yeah.
Pair of Lululemons on, his golf shirt, his Ottawa Red Blacks golf shirt tucked in.
And we're like, that's how babies are made, buddy.
Oh boy. On that note, enjoy us in Forest. In Florida? Is that right? Florida?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. I'm sorry. When was the last time you golfed?
Last time I golfed, 4 days ago.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. I golf a lot. I'm terrible. Are we doing the podcast now?
Yeah.
We're in.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
It's that easy. We're in.
I 4 or 5 days ago in Florida. I did
In Florida? Okay.
Yeah. The Ritz-Carlton golf. It's the golf course. It was where Tiger Woods and his son played against John Daly and his son.
Oh,
and
yeah.
families play, like, I forget.
Yeah.
It's, gosh, I don't even remember the name of it. I'm very spoiled. I am not very good at golf. I'm like a 75 handicap or so, but but I get to play a lot of like cool courses because I work for basically the Golf Channel. I mean, it doesn't even Golf Pass and so my boss was there in Florida, and another guy that works on the show, another writer, and he goes, "Hey, you want to go play this course? This guy, we can go jump on this course." I was like, "Sure." And then we rented clubs from there, which are better than my clubs, which I have good clubs, but they're really nice clubs. And we went and hit around in there, which I did not do well because I live in LA. I play a lot in LA, and there's no water here because there's drought. So it's really good to play golf here right now. There's only like sand traps and just some desert scrub.
Dry fairways.
Yeah. They can't fill up. There's one of the courses I play on, Angeles National, which is like the only Jack Nicklaus design course in Southern California, whatever, if that's interesting to you. But there's 2 water features in the whole course because it's just there's not going to be a lot in Southern California, and they're slowly drying up because they can't fill them back up. They're not allowed to just fill them back. So it's gotten a lot easier, that course. So
Damn, California's getting closer to Breaking Bad, the course.
Yeah, we're fine here, guys. Don't worry about it.
When did golf become part of your life? Were you a kid? Were you an adult?
Oh no, I didn't have a dad, so I didn't play golf when I was young.
Glad I opened that wound. Good.
Yeah. I mean, I have a dad. He's alive still. I just didn't have a relationship. Like he was part of my life. So I feel like that's everybody that played golf when they were young. Their dad played with them, right? I don't know.
For the most part, I'd say.
My friends' dads played with them, and so I played with that way. My dad didn't play golf at all.
Okay, but no one was like, my mom played, so I played.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't play golf when I was young, and because my dad didn't play. He's just like it's you're counting your mistakes, son.
Yeah.
And I was like,
very wise about golf for a man who didn't play.
He saw and knew immediately. He's like, I've got enough mistakes. I don't need to count them. Don't worry.
He already had a golf quotes ready, even though he wasn't playing golf. Right.
Was he looking right at you when he said, "I already have enough mistakes"?
I believe he wouldn't look away. Actually, he didn't break eye contact for like a minute.
Yeah,
just to stare down.
I like how you guys everything's blurry behind you, and I have like this. What have they wanted this? What do you call those drawings you had to do in junior high school? Perspective drawing behind me.
Yeah, but you have the nicest place of the 4 of us. So
in a better city too. So
Yeah.
I think you're good to show it off. We're in.
well, I mean, we have water for our golf courses.
Well,
here, at
that's
least.
true.
Yeah. Hey, listen, nobody said anything about my beige wall. It's pretty beige. Give me a little credit for that.
I didn't start playing golf till I was older, so I was much older. Like I started playing golf maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, like not a long time. I mean, I had hit some balls around, but not like where you get some sort of sickness in your head that you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get into this and I'm gonna make the financial investment now and buy clubs and and just play a lot and just get in. I did not at all. And then I started working in the world of golf, which I didn't even think that was going to be a thing, where I started writing on a show about golf comedy, and then wrote on another show about golf. I worked on the Connor Moore show. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but So I started writing sketches for that, and like cold open sketches, wrote some dust pieces, things like that. And so you have to play golf to understand that, like the
Yeah.
first sketch I wrote was, I had been playing golf for 2 or 3 years, but I didn't know much about the actual inner workings of like golf, the day to day, like who, I knew like, I know Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson,
Sure.
etc. But now it's like, now I know who like the 43rd ranked player is in the world, like stupid shit. I know way too much about golf. Like it's like, I'm like, oh, you don't know, Matt Kuchar is? Like, what are you, an idiot? Like that.
Well, what was your first time playing around like? I don't think we've had anyone who could probably recount their first time on a golf course. Like, did you know the etiquette? Did you know there's so much to take in, and people are so intimidated usually because they know they're going to be bad and they don't want to be bad and they feel pressure. But do you remember that first round?
Yeah, I played with some friends in Florida. I played with some friends that had played like their whole life, and they kind of just gave me the crash course
Yeah.
about like, this is mainly just pace of play.
Yeah.
Kind of, it was the main thing, but it was just like, yeah, I didn't even know how to put, tee the ball up or any of that,
Yeah.
Like, you'll be fine. You were an athlete in high school. I was like, sort of. I mean, I like quit football in high school, if that's what you mean. But yeah, my first round was not good. It was just a lot of hitting the earth, a
Yeah.
lot of lumps of dirt, and just going. And then occasionally they'd be like, "Yeah, there you go, you got it." And it's like I was 3 years old. All right, you did it. Like you took a shit on your own finally. All right. I had no clue. Yeah, I didn't even take a lesson till a couple years in, and I was like, oh, I should have done that first. That would have been good. I was just out there, just like keep your arms straight, and, but it wasn't good. No, I don't even think they kept my score. I
Yeah.
think my friend said, hey, we're just gonna put a happy face or a frowny face on each hole, whether you do good or bad. And I think I just looked at the end and I was like, yeah, that felt good,
I think Monty's dad would have appreciated that system.
Oh yeah, much more. Oh, I was thinking, Forrest, what was better, your first set in comedy or your first round of golf?
What a question.
Wow, Monty's best question, episode 22, and Monty just came
It only
through.
takes 22.
I don't know. I had like a lot of friends show up to my first set in comedy, and so
yeah.
they made me, blew a lot of smoke up my ass probably, but I don't think that was good. I don't, man. I think it was probably the comedy, because I think if you translated what I did on the golf course into a comedic set, it would have been terrible, because at least with the comedy set, I had practiced it a lot. Like I had written it over the course of weeks and practiced it like in my house with a microphone. And whereas golf, I just went out there and like, yeah, whatever, like I didn't even try, so yeah. I think the golf would have been way worse, because it was just, I had no respect for it. Let's put it that way. I went out there, I was like, how hard can this be? Because I think if you play golf, you have no real respect for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't, because I was like, the ball's just sitting there. It's sitting there.
Yeah.
Should be able to hit that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the pros, you're like, all right, like my friend's good at golf. How far off is he from, a pro?
Yeah.
Not a lot. Yeah. Just.
Do you think you would have caught the bug if it wasn't for the golf writing? Like, would it have sunk its teeth into you and you would have caught the golf bug?
I had already kind of before that, like, because when I was working, I was writing on the Jim Jeffries show, and a couple of the producers were really in the golf, and one of the producers that's really in the golf, his name is Andrew Wantuck. He was the showrunner for the Connor Moore show. He is, and he's the one that hired me for that show. But he's a very good golfer, and we would a lot of times go to this really. I mean, I don't want to say it's a crappy golf course, but it's pretty crappy. It's called Shoal Canyon here in LA. It's like they don't take care of it. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, but we would go there at like 6 a.m. and get in as many holes as we could before we had to show up for work for the Jim Jeffries show. And so I started playing with them, a couple of the producers on the show, and that's when I really started getting into it heavy, because we were playing like every week. We go there and do that. Then I would just show up on my own. I would sometimes just show up by myself there.
Wow.
just get like linked up with some strangers and be like, hey, what's up? Yeah. And then they'd be like, this guy's gonna be pretty good. And like he's by himself. And yeah, well, you're in for a surprise. Not so I kind of caught it already. And that was one of the reasons I think that he hired me for the show, was because he liked me working on the show. He thought I was a good writer, but he also was like, he's like, you know about golf? I was like, yeah, I know a lot about golf. I was like,
did you have that like new player like insecurity? Because this is a big myth that new people new to the game think, and it's not true, is that good players don't want to play with them. Like I don't give a fuck whoever I play with. It never really matters as long.
Oh, did you just call yourself a good player?
No, I'm just saying in general.
what's your handicap?
Right now I'm a 6.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he is a good player, but it's weird for him to say it.
But okay, thanks, Daryl, for calling me out on that. But no, what I'm saying is I don't care.
48.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I would say I'm a good player as well.
Okay.
But okay, I don't care whether I'm good or not. I don't care who I play with, as long as the pace of play is good. But people new to the game are often really insecure and intimidated to play with people more experienced. Did you have any of that? Like having been a bit of an athlete in high school and stuff, like did not being good at it mess with your head?
I was kidding about the athlete in high school, by the way.
Okay.
A little bit, but I would just try to be funny, Like I still do that now. Like I still like, I never have taken it seriously even to this day as I've gotten better. Like, like I'll usually shoot in the high 90s, low hundreds. That's where I'm at usually, no matter what course I'm at, which to me is like, if I'm doing that, no one's going to be like, fuck this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever. You're going to hit some shots here. You're going to have about 3 or 4 bad holes. It's going to ruin your score. And the rest of the time, you're going to hit a couple pars here, maybe a birdie, But so I still use the comedy thing where I just like, if I showed up and I'd be like, if I hit a bad shot or I just, I mean, at the beginning, I'd be whiffing on a tee shot or I'd be like hitting a tree to the right, now at least I know I'm not going to do that, but I would just use comedy then. I wasn't like nervous about, I'm more nervous. Like it's like when there's people backed up, when it's a backed up the hole and people are watching you that you don't know, that you're not played with at least, but I will tell you this, that the one time that I really was kind of nervous about it, I did a charity golf tournament in Montana, Big Sky, Montana 2 years ago. So the Boys and Girls Club in Montana. And I went up there and it was like ex-NFL players and hockey players. One of the guys from Backstreet Boys was there. So there was like some level of celebrities there, stuff. And then there was 3 comedians there that we had been brought James Davis, he's a comedian, he was there. Chris Fairbanks, he was there. I mean, anyways, it's 3 of us were the stand-up comics. And James Davis has had some television shows, but I don't think anybody there was like, man, look at, these are famous, but they did a comedy show the night before and everybody was there. And then they were like, cool, like, we know who you are now kind of thing. Like there was like Jeff, you guys in the NFL at all? Or? Yeah. So Jeff Fisher, he's like an old, he was like, good shit, and like there was like some old DBs. There was like a linebacker from the Steelers, not Greg, I can't remember his name now, but it was like kind of like, okay, we're celebrities now. We're here,
You're in the club, yeah.
Because my worry was the next day I was going to show up for these people that had paid to be in this celebrity golf. Like, who the fuck's this guy, So we show up to tee off the next day, and sure enough, these guys, they're like, hey, Forrest, what do you do? And I was like, you guys weren't at the thing last night? And they're like, no, none of us made it. Wow. I write on a show called The Connor Moore Show. Anyways, they ended up being really cool. They were like kind of the party crew. They weren't like, we're taking this seriously. They had 2 teams they had bought for this event. The other team ended up winning it, and they were like the ringer team. And this was the team that was like, we're getting fucked up. Like, them had a cabin on the course that had a tree stump that you move this top and like liquor came out of it. And they were like, so I was with the right crew, and they ended up actually requesting me again for this past year, which I couldn't make it. So it worked out. But that was the time I was most nervous, because I was telling them, I was like, dude, nobody wants to pay money and be with, they're like, He was on Conan in 2014. Great. It's almost a decade. It was like, that
I
was
love the idea that you could go to a golf tournament and be like, how was golf? It's like the Backstreet Boys kicked my ass.
yeah, which one? God, I wish I remember who it was, because he went up and sang a Backstreet Boys song, and then he started doing more songs, and it was kind of like everybody was like, it was like different other covers. We're like, we're
That's good.
did the one and everybody was happy, and then now you're doing like an Elvis cover. It's like, no, we're good. Like, it's still
I
better,
hate
but
I hate to name drop, but you do, you're close with Jim Jeffries, who's quite a well-known comedian. Have you played golf with Jim?
I played a lot of golf with Jim. Yeah.
There's
How
literally
is-
videos of it online you can
Oh.
watch. I
We
was
did a
literally just
show.
watching one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was called On Tour,
On tour,
Off
on
Course, or Off Course. It's a show that I've worked on too on Golf Pass as well. On Tour, Off Course, Off Course. What is it called?
I was literally just watching it. It's on tour, on course.
On Tour, on Course. Yeah, there's a series that I think Brian Regan did one of the episodes. They have a couple
Mhm.
more episodes coming, and I've played probably more golf with Jim than anyone else, because we are
Wow.
we're literally at the same level of skill.
Mm.
I'm probably a little bit better than him, but we're at any given day, one of us can beat the other person. Like I think I can hit it further than him, but he hits it straight always, like, and we've played a lot. I mean, I live right around the corner from him. We played this course together. We played I don't know if you can say this is which one is this? TPC Scottsdale. This is where they did
Oh,
the
nice.
Open.
Yeah.
And we were doing some gigs in Phoenix, and so we decided to go play. And it was like a week or two before the Phoenix Open, which is the waste management with
Yeah.
it was during COVID, so it was they were building the stadium thing there,
Right. Yeah.
and so we got to play it like, I want to say a month before the pros were going to play it.
Wow.
Do not recommend. If you want to know, okay, you already know, if you are a sane person, you already know you're not as good as a professional golfer. But there are dickheads out there that are like, look, I mean, all I'm saying is I'm a scratch golfer,
Right. Yeah.
according to the way without any officials looking and people standing in a gallery, and it's like, but first of all, the rough was like this, and it was
Yeah.
very fine grass, but they had not mowed it for a while. So even if you were like 3 feet outside the fairway, forget, there's no spotter,
Yeah.
forget.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's brutal.
And if you did find it, you're not hitting it we weren't, not at our skill level. It was
Yeah.
me and Jim and his assistant, who's a good, he's played since he was like a kid. He's probably like a 12 handicap, 13, maybe like 15. Like, he's a decent golfer, and he was like struggling. And then once you get on those greens, it's like,
It's over.
like pavement, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we did not have fun that day. And then we got to the stadium, and they were like, there's these guys like all working on that par 3, like right in our way. And we're like, hey, we're about to hit. And they're like, yeah, thinking we're just gonna, like, we're good golfers. Like, just hit it over us onto the green. And we're like, nah. You guys might want to wrap it up for a second and just clear it up. We're gonna skull this in your head, just and then the next day we played across the street at the TPC Champions, which was just normal, and it was much better. It was much better. But yeah, I played a lot of golf with him.
Now, because you guys are similar in skill level, is it competitive between you two?
Yeah, that's what's fun about it, is when we go out there, it'll always be like, all right, at least the two of us will, because we play a lot together. We'll play a lot with Andrew, who I mentioned before, but he's way better than us. And then we have another friend, Drew, different person, that he's probably a little bit better than me and Jim, but we like to go out and play it. We'll play, we're at the same level, so it's fun, at least, but it's in LA or anywhere, with business, it's everyone plays out here because it's business kind of, it's like, we'll go out, we'll talk about a show we're going to develop or something, which, I don't know if that ever happens.
I'm not very funny on a golf course, like, because I'm just sort of focused on golf. The comedy thing doesn't really come out. Monty can be funny on the golf course, and Daryl too. But are you? And I know you said earlier you use comedy when you fuck up. But
it's the problem.
You think?
Yeah. You don't want to be, when you're a 6 handicap, you're not gonna be funny.
I guess so. That's true.
Yeah, when you're shooting 100, like we are, you're like, Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, you're like because you're trying to stay at a 6 handicap.
That's true. Yeah.
We're always like, man, I hope we break 100 today. And then if we don't, we're like, what? All right, we're still gonna be fine, So life's fun.
No, I agree totally, Forrest. I basically I'm going to talk shit until I get to the ball because it's the only thing I know I am going to do.
I mean,
I don't enjoy it. I used to be good as a kid, and now I'm not. And it still stays with me that I can't hit the shots I used to be able to. So I'm not funny either, just because I'm angry the whole time.
Although I got to break this to you, Daryl, you're also not a kid.
No, I was though at one point in my life. There was a solid 18 years where I was a kid.
and I don't want to. I'm pretty sure Jim says it on that show that we shot where he talks about the fact like if you're a really good golfer, that's the part that sucks. Where now you have to constantly be like,
Yeah.
hey, like I want to be this good. Whereas my goal in life is like I just want to be a bogey golfer at some point.
Right.
It's like 90.
Mhm.
And I've shot in the mid 90s a couple times, like recently on a hard course. And I was like, all right. And so I was kind of like, I was really happy about that. And I think people overheard me saying that and they were like, which, by the way, I think most people shoot what I shoot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, without
by
a doubt.
far, by
Shit
far.
fuckers, they're like picking it up, giving themselves better lies, fudging
Exactly.
scores or whatever. And I'm just like, I just think that there's so much bullshit in golf,
Yeah.
Like I heard Alfonso Robert,
Oh yeah.
he was talking about how to play golf recently.
Right.
It was like, my whole Twitter and Instagram is just golf stuff because that's the shows I work on. So I've had to follow his account. So, and he was just talking about how when you're approaching a green and what you want to do and what you're aiming for.
Jesus.
I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, you're a TV personality. Don't act like you're,
Yeah.
like fucking Dustin Johnson or something. All right. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, just, because those guys are so at a different level. Like I saw a video of who was it? One of Scotty Scheffler or whoever, it was somebody, one of the top pros, and they had like he was hitting balls and they were like scoping how far he was hitting them, and he was guessing how far he hit them based on how hard he hit them.
I saw that video too.
Yeah, and he was
amazing.
He was within a half a yard like every time.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was like 87.4. I was like, whatever.
Literally, like the longest he was off was like 3 or 4 yards. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, insanity. And
Or
just
the other video where he's basically on a driving range and they're just watching his divots, and he just made a perfect square with his divots. And you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah, because when you're watching professional golf, it's just like, I love how the announcers always say it too. They're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. He's hitting the rough over here behind a tree. I was like, yeah, it's tough for us.
Right.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna hit an amazing shot. Now, not always. I mean, they're gonna, there's obviously someone's got to win and someone's gonna lose and stuff. But even their bad shots, you're still like, whoa. Like when you see it live, I've been to a couple events now live, and you're just like, I went to the Genesis Invitational here in LA.
Yeah.
The last one, I think it was Neiman won it. And then the 18th there, the 18th green is just like sloped up like this, like the around the green, there's just a slope of lawn. There was people all around that, and then people funneled all around that. I'm telling you, there was nowhere except the green was just filled with people. And we're just standing there. Like, yeah, all right, just hit it in here, and everyone hit it on the green.
Jesus.
Yeah. And they could have, people hit some stray shots, when you're waiting to see it, but it just, that's how, you'd never do that with your friends.
God, no.
Your friends over there, you're like, hey, right here. You're like,
that would be the best, just to skull an approach right into the crowd, like knock two people out, like.
Yeah, if you were like 9 over, you're out of it. You're like, fuck it, I'm doing it. Going in.
Pull out your driver.
No money difference. Take it out. All right, guys. Yeah, no, so rich.
Yeah,
All right.
I always thought that about how good they are is like, I just always hear them talk about how Tiger Woods, they were like, it's great to watch him think his way around the course. And I was like, think his way around the course? I mean, sure, but I mean, I guess I'm thinking, is he thinking like, I think I'm going to hit a fairway probably. And he's like, I'm probably gonna maybe the green. And then, it's just like, yeah, probably more is doing than thinking.
Yeah. But no, but you know what they're thinking is like, they're literally like, when I'm thinking, I'm just like, all right, there's the green. Let's just try and get it near there. That's what I'm thinking. And what he's thinking is like, there's the flag. I know on this green that there's a hill here. So I want to get it over there. I want to spin it back a little bit to the right. Like he's thinking about inches of things. Like we were just talking about Scheffler. They're literally thinking about the way a pitcher does.
Yeah.
They're thinking about aiming it there with the wind and that's what I don't think people really, even people that are super in the golf don't even give them credit for, where they're like, yeah, I can be a pro.
They're also thinking of probably 3 to 5 different shots that they could hit on any given shot, right? Like I remember early on in Justin Thomas's career, he was interviewed about some of the best advice he had ever got, and it was from Tiger. And Tiger told him, you don't have enough shots, because he couldn't either cut the ball or there was one shot he didn't have in his repertoire, and Tiger was like, you're never going to win and unless you get that shot. And that's what Justin Thomas worked on, and he eventually learned and eventually won. So it's like they've got every single shot at their disposal that they could pick out at any time.
I remember when I was a kid, the pro that our course played with Scott Hoke. And keep in mind, this guy's a pro, and he played with Scott Hoke, and he's like, just a different world. Like it just, you would never know that he was a pro as well, because that guy was so much better. Like, you don't catch that on TV. You don't realize that these guys are just different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. And the it's like you said, shots. I don't have any shots.
No.
Yeah.
I can
hit it straight every time.
Sometimes I'll hit a draw. I'm not trying to. The ball will draw. I'm not intending to do that at all.
I always think about this one time when I was like 17 and I was still decent golfer, like a 5 or 6 handicap. And then there's an elevated green, and I turned to my friend and I said, because I was right up against it, I was like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a pitching wedge really hard into the bank. It's going to pop up and hopefully land within a foot of the hole. Yeah. And then I did it. And I'm now 50 years old, and I think about that 33 years ago, the one time I said I'm going to do something like that, and it actually happened. My friend was like, wow. And I was like, yeah. And then I just walked away. That's why you're still playing. I did it.
That's why you're still playing. Those are the shots that, those are the shots that go in your golf memory bank. Do that again,
Keep coming back.
I would take my head up now and I would scull it like 50 yards over the green.
The only shot I ever think of every single time I look at the ball is like, I'm gonna hit this son of a bitch. And and it works. It's usually if I'm like, listen, you hit this son of a bitch, you show it. And then I do, as long as I'm focused on the anger at the ball.
Why are you so mad at the ball?
Yeah, your swing thought is anger.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to not be angry. You're supposed to be just like hit it gently.
I missed that lesson. I don't know.
You're just supposed to, let the club
be more like friends with the ball.
Exactly. I think it's time for the par 5. Monty, do you want to do the honors?
It's the par 5.
Question number 1 is a 2-parter. Your favorite golf course that you've played?
That I played. I think the favorite one I played, I think it has a different name now. It was in La Paz, Mexico. It was called Costa Baja. It's Gary Player designed, who's like one of my favorite golf personalities. Gary Player. He's just, not only does he sound funny, but he's also amazing golf. But he's also in the best shape we could hope to be in, whatever age. I
know.
75 or 78, when he still kick your ass. He's just like, yeah. But I think it's called like El Cortez now or something like that. But it's in La Paz, Mexico, which is the capital of the Baja Peninsula. So if you ever go to what's the place everybody goes to in the Baja? Cabo San Lucas. If you ever go to Cabo, there's a lot of golf courses in Cabo. I played golf in Cabo. This is about a 2-hour drive from there. And I like going to La Paz because it's not as crazy as Cabo, and it's like a really chill, cool area. But the golf course is there, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think it's like in the Troon family now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's Gary Player design, and it's like all these elevation changes. It's got these really cool kind of deserty mountain vibes going, but also you can see like the Sea of Cortez is off the cliffs and stuff. So you've got like the just all this oceany kind of stuff. It's a sea, but and mountains and cactus, and it's just beautiful. And even the clubhouse is awesome. It's a public course, but it's just awesome. And that was just like one of my favorite memories. I ended up playing with like these cartel members, I think. I'm pretty sure, because they have like this little scorpion thing, and I'm pretty sure that was like this car. I was playing by myself. I was there with this girl I was dating in Paz, and she was going to go shopping that day, and I was like, I'm going to play golf by myself. It was 110 degrees. It's fucking blazing hot. And so they had like a special, because it was like this time of year where no one plays there. And so I had pretty much the course myself, like nobody was out there, and I'm just like cruising around. And I think I got to whatever, let's say it was like the 11th or 12th hole, I don't remember. And it's a par 3, and it's just over the water onto an island kind of deal. And there's just these two guys with their carts set up and tons of balls and tape, like little end tables. I don't even know where they got those. And they had like ashtrays with cigars and tequila bottles set up, and they're just hitting balls. And I pulled up, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. And I was like, oh, you know what, guys, should I just play through or just go around? And they were like, come on in, whatever. And they're like, and they told me, I think it wasn't every ball. I think it was like every 5 balls you don't get on the green, you got to take a shot or something. I'm not good at golf, by the way. Whatever it was, I kept taking shots of tequila because I was not getting on the green. I just kept going on the water and missing it. And then these guys, I'm pretty sure were in the card. I don't know for sure, but I feel like they were in the card. They were very persuasive of me staying there. I didn't smoke cigars. They made me light up a cigar. I'm like, I don't smoke cigars. So like, all right, here. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I ended up staying there for probably like 30 minutes, just drinking tequila, pretending to know how to smoke a cigar. But I was like, I gotta go. I gotta pick up my girlfriend. I'm like wasted. Like, Anyways, the golf course is beautiful. You should play it.
That sounds the best.
All the stories you hear about the cartel, you don't hear about how hard they practice golf. You just don't. That's not fair.
They're having that. That's like one of my favorite courses ever. I've only played it one time, but La Paz is a great place. And if you're in LA, I think Rustic Canyon is my favorite in LA. It's in Simi Valley, which is like a really cool. It's like a link style course. If you're ever in LA, really cool area.
Nice.
Anyways,
yeah. Part 2, and I don't know if you've played either St. Andrews, Pebble, or Augusta, but other than those 3 courses, what course would you want to play the most?
I haven't played any of those. We kept talking about playing Pebble because it's like we can do that. It's like, and Torrey Pines. We haven't played either. We've talked about taking trips.
I played Torrey Pines, actually, strangely enough.
I was going to ask, Daryl.
Yeah, I found it kind of boring.
Really?
Yep.
Wolf Creek is the one I want to go play. It's outside of Vegas. It's just a really cool.
How far outside of Vegas?
I think it's about 45 minutes an hour outside. Now the thing is it's really hard to get in there. Have you ever played the Wynn?
I played it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's very expensive to play the Wynn, right? So, but I have a buddy who's like, he's like an unofficial member. I don't know if I should be saying on the podcast. Anyways, I played the Wynn a bunch with him. I broke 100 a couple of times with a Wynn, but you have a caddy there and they're like help you with their swing. But the Wynn is also a beautiful course. There's like koi in the river and shit. Yeah, it's like really nice. You don't even feel like you're on the strip. It's like you're on the strip and you don't even feel like you are. It's really
I'll say this about the caddy at the Wynn. I'm pretty sure the person I played it with isn't listening. That caddy will also get you prostitutes.
I mean, sure. Well, it's a good caddy.
You feel a little bit like you're on the strip.
Yeah. But I think in order to play Wolf Creek, you have to do it through the Wynn. I think it's a members only course unless you are like a high. I think it's hard to get in the Wolf Creek, but you can look it up. Well, just look up at the pictures of Wolf Creek. It looks like there shouldn't be a golf course there, like where there's a lot of courses like that, but it looks almost like it's photoshopped in, like these fairways and greens into this like desert kind of environment. It's really cool. But I've wanted to play that, and I think I'll be able to at some point, but we'll see. That's
when I used to live in Southern California. I really like desert courses. That's when I say Torrey Pines is boring, because it kind of reminded me of every course I grew up on. Yeah. Right. When I'd play a desert course, I'm like, I grew up in Nova Scotia, Canada. There's no desert. And for me, that was the coolest thing I ever saw in my life when you couldn't go look for your ball because you're like, well, I could get attacked by a rattlesnake, right? Yeah.
Cactus. You'd like Angeles National too, which is the one I was talking about that Jack Nicklaus designed here. It's a public course here. Playing a Tuesday, they have good deals. You know, I think it's half off on Tuesdays. Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice.
I'm interested.
Question number 2, you can put together your ideal foursome. Anyone alive or dead, and with the caveat no LPGA, PGA, Live Tour players.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, Jesus. We're gonna have Jesus.
Not the first time. Not the first time Jesus.
He's not gonna be good at golf, you know? And that way you can be like, you can kind of be like, you know.
You've
Good
got
thing about
something over
Jesus, though,
Jesus.
if you hit it into a pond, he can walk right onto it and get it for you. You know.
I just kind of want to be like, yeah, I guess you're not good at everything. All right, right. I want to hear Jesus like curse, you know, like fuck, you know, just
Or say Jesus Christ. That would be funny if Jesus said
cool.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
yeah, Jesus, or just say Father, damn it, or something, you know, whatever.
Looks like Mr. Fancy Pants put it into the woods.
There you go. Here's another one. Trump. I want to play with Trump. I'll tell you why. Because they say he's good at golf. I don't believe it, but how are you going to know? Because everyone that plays with him is going to keep that. I'm doing Trump hand, as I said.
Right.
Everyone that plays with him is going to be like, oh yeah, he's good at golf. Like, I don't think he's as good as he says he is. I think he's a cheater.
Terrible swing. Terrible
Which
swing.
I'm
Anyways.
fine with. Everyone cheats at golf. I'm fine with that.
This is I'm just going to stop you real quick. This is not the first Jesus Trump combination.
That's true.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But they put him in the same cart because I'm going to put them in the same. I want Trump and Jesus to be in the same cart because that's going to be, and GoPros in the cart there because you want to have that like recorded where it's like, where Jesus like, yeah, I heard when you said the Bible was your favorite book. That's interesting. Like,
That'd be great to see Jesus demand.
Favorite book, Art of the Deal second, and then he was like, that really hurt him when he had to say that during the campaign. But
That'd be great to see Jesus demand his way out of a cart. He's like, you know, enough's enough.
I like my own cart, please. No, 2 carts per group.
I think I've suffered enough.
How many views would that have on YouTube? Jesus and Trump in a cart? I mean, come on. Like, and Trump doesn't drink supposedly, but Jesus is trying to get him to drink the wine. And it's, I mean, come on, this is for the next election. Come on. So just so we could see how bad Trump is at golf, and he couldn't lie his way out of it, you know, or I'd have it. And then the last one is Bob Marley. I'd have Bob Marley.
Oh,
I just want to beat Bob Marley, and I've never met him. This is the opportunity you're giving me, you know. I don't know if he's going to be good at golf. I think he played soccer, you know. But how cool would it be that that's the picture I want though, you know, at the end, you know, when you take the picture. Bob Marley, Trump, and Jesus, because I feel like I gather a few followers from that, you know.
I feel like this picture is going to be you, Bob Marley, Jesus, and then a very big gap, Trump by himself. You know what I mean?
Because of weed smoke, he doesn't want to. He doesn't like smoking all that weed, and he'd be like, "I don't do drugs." You know, like,
you're also such a comedian in that you want to put this together, this foursome for the picture at the end to get more Instagram followers.
I'm like Bob, yo, I'm at Side Splitters in Tampa next month. Look it up with a little promo here. I would get Bob Marley to say all the places I'm at for the next year. Just I'm not doing any impressions, by the way, especially not a Bob Marley. But you know, just if Bob Marley was doing all of my promo for a year, because he's going to disappear after this, I'm assuming, because he's dead. You know, then Bob Marley back to Rastafari in heaven, whatever.
Yeah, we don't actually have the power to bring him back to life for 4 hours. That's just, you know.
Well, don't we get to eat dinner? I mean, eat a little lunch. You know, it's like 6 hours. But yeah, and then we
That's
just
great.
Bob Marley the whole time. He's one of my favorite artists. So yeah, there we
Amazing, love it.
go.
Okay,
Bob Marley, right?
huh?
No one said Bob Marley. You guys
No
said
one has. No one has said.
No one said Bob
When you
Marley.
said Bob Marley at first, I thought you said I want to meet him. I thought you said I always wanted to beat Bob Marley, and
Me
I was
too.
like,
That's why I
want to
laughed.
beat him? You said something. I got to beat him at
He's
checkers.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that guy in his bad toe.
I was like, wow.
side skills list. Sorry, Bob. Also, his name's Bob. Has anyone ever thought about like how un-Jamaican that seems? Like,
No.
no one ever thinks that like it's just like Bob was the king of reggae. Like it's just kind of weird.
He captured the whole thing. But Bob did.
I've never really thought about that till this moment. Actually, this is not a bit I'm working on. I've never really thought about it till just now that we've all accepted that the king of the reggae is Bob.
Yeah. Robert. Good job, Robert. Great song.
Well,
That's one of those things you can't pull off as a white guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The name Bob, you can definitely pull it
Well,
off.
to be a iconic reggae star.
No, people have tried,
Yeah, you.
All right. Question number 3 on a hot summer day. What are you ordering from the bar cart?
I always get Bloody Marys.
Oh,
even
really?
Yeah, because even though I know this might not be a hot drink, a hot day drink, it's like I think it's refreshing. I don't know. I think the only places I drink Bloody Marys are on a golf course, on a plane. That's it.
Do you
Can't
play
have them
early in the
anywhere else.
morning or
Huh?
do you
No,
play early in
no.
the morning?
No, I just had one in Florida at that course in the Ritz. I had one. It was like 3 PM at a Bloody Mary. Yeah, I don't mess around. They're not just. Yeah. I think they're refreshing because it's like there's something about the vegetable aspect of it. I feel like they're healthy.
Mm.
Mm.
I have a two-part follow-up. Have you ever played golf in Canada? And the second part is, have you ever tried a Caesar?
I was just about to say my wife drinks Caesars on the golf course, so it's the Canadian version.
It's
basically.
clamato juice instead of tomato.
Oh
juice.
no, forget that. No, then
You would never do that.
Michelada here. That's like a drink here. They have at Dodger Stadium. It's like a Mexican thing where it's like clam beer with clamato.
Oh
and
yeah.
spicy salt around the rim.
Yeah.
Mm.
No go for me. But I've never had the Caesar. If that's that, yeah. I have never played in Canada. I'm trying to think. I've never played in Canada ever. I think every time I'm in Canada, it's freezing. Like I'm very rarely in Canada and it's not freezing, I did JFL one year, but you're not playing golf
No.
I played basketball poorly, I was just so fat, just waddling up and down the court. But I've never played golf. The closest I played is Detroit. I played we got to play the same course they play the Rocket Mortgage Invitational on the Detroit Country Club.
Nice.
But that's as close as I've gotten to Canada. So
all right, we'll have to make that happen at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Question number 4: what's the angriest you've ever seen someone on the golf course?
Ah, man, I saw a guy like literally drive a golf cart into like water
Out of anger.
Oh, yeah, it was on purpose. Like,
Jesus.
just drive it into the water and then took the clubs out and then threw the clubs in the water and then just walked away. And I'm assuming came back, but I didn't know who he was. It just came like by us, like he was just yelling. It was in this, what is that municipal court? It was like Palmetto, Killian. Just a crappy course too. That's the thing too. Like if you're playing this course, you're not good, or like there's a lot of rocks and just like uneven, no carp. So it's just like, to me, it's always like, if you're going to be at like Augusta finally and whatever, and you're playing shit, but man, I'm assuming he was angry. I don't know why else he would do this though, but it was like, there's like these canals and then there's like this slope, like a lot of the canals have these steep, this is in Florida, Miami. They have like these steep, like sides to them. And then this one, it was like, there's like a place where you kind of launch a boat and he just was fucking yelling, cursing and shit, whatever. And he just drove the golf cart till it fucking went in the water, then took a couple clubs out of thing, threw them in the water, and then just walked back towards like where the clubhouse was. And I was like,
Jesus.
Pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what the purpose of that was, but all right. And then we just kept playing onto our next hole.
Damn.
Wishing we had filmed that.
Yeah, no kidding. How do you keep from losing it on the golf course? Or do you?
Like I said before, I don't take it seriously.
Yeah, okay.
Anytime I hit a bad shot, I'm always like, it's a fun game. I'm always like, it's fun game. And then, but I will say things out loud that sounds like I'm angry. So if you don't know me, you think I'm angry. And I'll be like if I miss a putt, which often I'll be like, oh, fuck your whole family. right there. That's how it's like, I don't know who I'm talking to, if it's the ball or me or just somebody in general, but I'm never really mad about it. But I think if someone has never played with me before, I have to be like, oh yeah, I'll just be like, I don't like, if people have played with me, they know that's what I say. And they're just
Right.
like, he's fine, you know. But I think I don't take it like seriously, you know. I just because I think you can't. I don't
Yeah,
think
I agree
anyone
with that.
good enough. And plus it's like crazy this game. It's like one day I was playing really good and I was like trying to get like, you know, the best score I'd ever gotten on this one course, that one, the Angeles National. And I was like, man, all I got to do is, you know, get a 4 on this. And if because I was like on this hole, I think I was like 6 feet from the hole, 2-putt it. And then I was like, then I was already in my head. I was like, if I get like a 6 on this hole, I can get a 7 on the, you know, I was already catastrophizing the holes.
Yeah, right.
And then I hit a great drive and I was going, and then I don't know what it hit because I couldn't see it, but it did this weird, it was probably a sprinkler head.
Mhm.
And then it would blink and it went like into the like this ravine. And I'm like, that's not even fair. Like as it hit a sprinkler head. And like, so how are you supposed to take that seriously? How are you supposed to get angry that it
Yeah.
hit a sprinkler head? Like, and then you start losing your shit and you drive into a canal and start throwing your clubs over. It's like, like you can't, I think you just kind of, I mean, it sounds so cliche because people say all the time, but I think you got to enjoy the fact that you're like literally outdoors, like with some friends and just kind of like not doing some other shit. Cause it's pretty dull for like 4 hours. If you look at it that way, keep your phone tucked in the cart, check it every once in a while, and not so often if you have to. And if you don't have to, don't check it. You know,
it's great. I love it.
That's
awesome.
a good way to think about it, for
I
sure.
wish you were around when I was like 12, 13 years old.
wow,
would have been so much better
when you say that. I don't know how old you are, but it could be illegal what you're saying.
I just meant talking me out of my anger.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't sure at all what he meant, but I'm going with either possibility, really. I'm like, all right.
If you just said, isn't this fun? We're just 4 guys playing golf. I would have been, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we've got Forrest beating up Bob Marley and now creeping on Daryl as a 12-year-old. This is not.
Wait, I'm not beating up Bob Marley.
I know.
But he is creeping on me as a 12-year-old. That's which is
All
all
right,
because I'm pretty sure I'm at least 15 to 20 years older. So
last question, Forrest, your favorite golf moment, either for you, something you've experienced or something you saw on TV.
Well, I don't know. You know which one is like, I mean, it's like, this one's also probably cliche. I'll do one I've seen on TV and then one of my own. Because you know which one I always like to watch is it's like the most famous one in the world ever, probably, is the Tiger Woods, the 16th in 2005 Masters. You know why I like watching it is because, you know, like obviously the one where he chips it and makes it in on 16th. And it's like, I like it because if you watch it and listen to the announcers, they're like doubting him.
Yeah.
Completely. You know, they're like, I don't even know if he's going to get it near, who's it, Rocco Mediate, or I don't know, say his immediate, doesn't matter, he lost. But they're like, I don't even know if he's going to get inside his ball. And like, they're talking shit about him. And I'm like, you guys not learned yet? Like, they're talking so much mad shit. But I've watched that clip so many times because we were actually doing something with like a bit with that thing one time. And I had to watch it over and over and over again. And then also if you watch like the gallery, how far, like just the whole thing of that, it's very surreal, that thing.
It is.
I just like the announcers were like, yeah, you know, I don't know, we'll see what happens. And then they just have to eat their shit. And they're just like, of course he made it. So I can tell you that's obviously, I think that one, no matter how many times you watch, it's pretty incredible. Just because, and it looks so staged with the Nike symbol, like where it's like,
I know.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
What kind of Illuminati shit is this? But but like, you know, my moment on the course, like you're talking about your personal moments. It was I was at that Angeles National course, which I played so much. That's probably why, because we played that course a lot. The 17th hole, which is like a dog leg right, like short par 4, and like the green is like kind of up on this little perch. And if you miss the green, there's like it's like a cliff on the back. You'll lose your ball. There's a trap, but then you'll be gone. And I had gotten this, I bought this wedge, a 60-degree wedge, and I had not used it the whole day yet because the guy I was playing with, he was like, man, those are tough. You got to practice.
Right.
I go, I haven't hit one ball with this thing yet. He goes, you not practice with it? I go, I mean, he goes, so he had like psyched me out of it. He's like, I'm like, I'm not gonna touch this club. I'm gonna practice it. He goes, they're very tricky. And we were like, I want to say we were like 50 yards out, 45 yards out, something like that. And yeah, about 45 yards out. And I was like, I'm taking it out. This is perfect. It's like I gotta get the loft and get up. I'm with the wind, whatever. And I just hit it, I hole it out,
No way.
birdie. And I'm like, this club's so what are you talking about, dude? Hold it out, got a birdie on it. And then ever since that, I've not been able to use that club. I shanked it. I don't even use, I just use a sand wedge. I don't even use the 60-degree. I just use that. I'm just like, you stay in there. I'm not using it. That's a highlight. I mean, anytime we play that course, I'm always like, when you play the course and you've hit a shot on that course, you're like, that was the day.
Yeah. Oh, that's great, man. Thanks for coming on, dude. Talk about your podcast. We're podcast brothers on
Right.
Comedy Records.
Comedy Records Network. It's the biggest network there is for podcasts.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I haven't checked the numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's the biggest network.
Yeah, if you don't look at the numbers, for sure.
Yeah. Called the Merman Podcast. There is the Merman Podcast. That's not us. That is a guy that talks about wearing tails and being a merman. And it's my podcast. I've listened to it. But ours is the Mermen Podcast. It's me and Dave Williamson, who is another comedian. And we are, the reason we started, Dave wanted to start a podcast because he said we were both watermen. I don't even know if that's a real word. But we talk a lot about, we grew up in Miami. We both grew up in Miami. We grew up on the water. So we talk a lot about kind of being in Florida, growing up in Miami, being on the water. We talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. We talk a lot about sports and stuff too. It's kind of just like a smorgasbord podcast, because I'm on another podcast. I don't know about that with Jim Jeffries. I'm not telling you don't listen to that, but we got enough listeners. But please listen to that too. Listen to I'm not saying we have as many as we want. Listen to that one as well. But that one, I'm more of like the straight guy where I have to ask all the questions and push the podcast along, and I don't get to be quite as just loose and funny. But this one with Dave Williamson, the Merman Podcast, is just kind of like a fun. We have it divided by 4 quarters. So because we do talk a lot about sports, and we had the voice of the Miami Heat, Michael Biamonte, who the in-house announcer, who's like 2 minutes left, that whole thing, like Alonzo Mourning, that kind of thing. And also when but we had him record all of our assets for the podcast.
Oh, no way. That's great.
Which is really cool because the NBA just started. And I'm watching the Heat game the other night, and I'm like, oh shit, we have that. Like, it just dawned on me, like, who's our guy? And it's cool because he'll say first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then if one of us makes a funny joke or something, it'll say like "FORREST Shaw," and then if has a dud, like our producer will go like Dave Williamson, like have the he will do that in house, and so that's pretty fun. But yeah, check it out, Merman Podcast on Comedy Records Network.
Awesome, man. Thank you again. This was great.
Awesome,
Yeah,
buddy. Thanks for coming on, Forrest.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hopefully we can have a drink when you're in Toronto or something.
Yeah,
I'll be there. I fly in like the night of the 2nd, and then we have a show on the 3rd. It's just a show. So we'll do that, and then the 4th is the taping. There's 2 shows. So, but and then I fly out the 5th. But I mean, I have like the 3rd and the 4th. I'll be there. So
okay, we'll reach out.
Yeah.
Together. That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah. Let me know. It's the 3rd's probably easier day because the 4th's gonna be pretty bananas. I think we have to get there early.
Imagine.
I don't know why I have to get there early, but I'm going to be supportive.
Sure.
Going along with it.
For my friend and his special is Netflix. It's going to do 10 minutes and be like, shit. So I know that'll be a crazy day, but the 3rd it's just a regular show. So that'll probably be the day. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right, cool.
Thanks,
You guys
buddy.
are all in Toronto, right?
Yeah. We're all in Toronto. We're all close by.
Okay. And then another time, I'm going to come back there at some point. Another time we should play golf for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
100%,
We'll take you
man.
out.
Oh, thanks so much for doing this, man. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for pushing it back half hour too.
Yeah. All good.
Hey,
Dude.
no worries.
problems. All right, brother.
Best of
Take
luck.
care.
Take care, man.
buddy.
That was FORREST Shaw, everybody. That was amazing.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was great. I forgot to mention, of course, like he's one of the rare people that he's got the Tiger Woods DUI possibility, because he's from Florida, but he lives in California, and
I see.
I always admire Tiger Woods because he got the state wrong by the whole country. They're like he's like, well,
Oh,
that
Monty
was-
froze. Oh,
Yeah,
Monty
you
froze
froze
in his
right in the
punchline.
middle of that.
Well, he thought he was
Timing.
in California. He thought he was in
Yeah.
Florida, and he was in California, and he missed by a whole fucking country. And I just thought that was. I was like, if you're gonna get a DUI, man, you got to miss by a whole country. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even know what continent I'm on.
Yeah, I think as we get more and more guests, let's not wish upon them a DUI.
No,
Yeah,
well, not
true.
for Florida, but
No,
I'm saying it's nice to have those kind of options in life.
it's also interesting. So when we came up with the par 5 questions, I sort of predicted that Michael Jordan would be the most popular pick of a non-pro golfer for the rounding out the foursome. But it's interesting to me that Michael Jordan has now been selected as many times as Trump and Jesus.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's quite a Mount Rushmore.
I suppose so.
of
Just a
things.
fact. Yeah.
Well, being such a iconic athlete and then being such an insane golfer.
Are we talking about Donald Trump?
I was,
No, I was talking about Jesus actually.
I
but it
guess
was-
it's when you're of a certain age, as a lot of our guests are around the same area. Those
Yeah.
are the 3 big celebrities of our
I suppose
youth:
so.
Jesus, Trump, and Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Bieber.
As a guy who grew up a Knicks fan in the 90s, 80s, 90s, no Patrick Ewing. I'd like to see a
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing come out.
Maybe even a John Starks or something.
I was just thinking about John Starks
Okay.
last night.
Yeah.
Strangely enough. Yep.
I got heart like John Starks. Thank you for listening, everyone. We've got thank you to Comedy Records for hosting us on your podcast network. I think we mentioned them off the top. And
Yeah.
keep sharing, keep listening.
And please follow us on all the social medias. I mean, it's when we approach people to be guests, it really looks a lot better if we have a lot of followers.
That's true.
Yeah,
yeah.
So if you guys, I know there's a lot of listeners. You know what? Mute us. If you want to
Yeah.
mute us, go ahead. Just follow
Yeah.
us. So when people look at our numbers and go, hey, you know what? Maybe these guys are better than they look.
Now, in fairness, this is the part of the podcast where we say, listen, it's time for you to do your part.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The
That's very
listener.
true.
We're
And
not
follow
asking
us.
for much. Just follow us and mute us.
And
Yeah.
also you can send us money. We don't have a Patreon at the moment, but you can send me money personally. I'll just
He'll take cash.
me.
Monty,
Yeah.
you know what? Just a nice little donation to Monty's upcoming wedding.
why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
The spandex are not going to pay for themselves.
They don't pay for themselves.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
God bless you all.